Frankie the Frisky Frog. Molly the Mouse met Frankie the Frisky Frog on a fine, foggy Friday. Frankie, famously fond of flipping and flapping, found Molly meandering by the marsh, munching on minuscule, mushy mushrooms. "Frankie, you're fantastically frisky," fumbled Molly, marveling at his flips and flops. "Fancy a frolic through the forest for fun?" Frankie, feeling frisky and frolicsome, flashed a wide, froggy grin. "Frolicking through the forest with you? A fabulous, fine idea indeed." So off they went, frolicking and flipping through ferns and furs. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a festively fickle fox named Freddy, furiously fluffing his fur. "Fancy meeting you here, Freddy," Frankie ribbited as Freddy fluffed and fussed. "Fancy indeed, Frankie, fleeing from this fiasco of feathers," Freddy fumed, finding his fur far from fabulous. Molly mused, "Might we make your fur fabulously fluffy without the fuss?" Freddy, feeling flattered but flabbergasted, fidgeted. "Fine, but be fastidious. I'm fond of a flawless finish." Molly and Frankie, feeling frisky and full of finesse, fluffed Freddy's fur, forming a fantastic fluffy facade. Freddy, feeling fresh and fanciful, flipped with a flair, fully flabbergasted by his newfound finesse. Frankie, Freddy, and Molly, the forest's most fanciful friends, forever frolicking, fluffing, and finding fun, Freddy philosophized fancifully. And from that fine, foggy Friday forward, they became the forest's most fabulous friends, famously frolicking through ferns and furs, forever frisky, always amusing, and never flustered. One whimsical, windy Wednesday, Molly, Frankie, and Freddy decided to dive deep into the dainty, dewdrop domain of Delilah the daring duck. Delilah, known for her dexterous dives and dazzling dance with dandelions, dwelled by a deep, dynamic dam. "Daring Delilah, do demonstrate your dynamic dives," demanded Frankie, fascinated by Delilah's dexterity. Delighted, Delilah dove dramatically into the deep, displaying delightful dexterity. Drenched but delighted, she danced daintily, draping herself in dewdrop dandelions. Deciding to delve into delightful deeds, Molly mused, "Might we make more merry by marshalling a magnificent magical masquerade?" "Magnificent," murmured the merry mates, marveling at Molly's masterful musings. Mobilizing their mutual mirth, they managed to muster many more merry mates. Daphne the doodle dachshund, Dexter the dapper deer, and Dolores the delicate dove, all donned in dazzling dramatic dress. The masquerade materialized magnificently by midnight, with music, merriment, and much merrymaking. Frankie, feeling particularly frisky, flounced and frolicked, flipping fantastically. Freddy, freshly fluffed, flaunted his fabulous fur, while Delilah daintily danced, duck diving and dodging. Suddenly, a mysterious murmur moved through the masquerade. A mysterious masked member, known merely as the Marvelous Moose, made a monumental, majestic entrance, mesmerizing the mates with magnificent magic. "Molly, my mates," the Marvelous Moose murmured, "may this masquerade make memories of mirth and magnify our mutual bonds." Mesmerized, the mates marveled at Moose's magic, making the masquerade a monumental memory. Molly, Frankie, Freddy, and all their mates mused on the magical, mysterious night, making promises to maintain their marvelous, merrymaking masquerades annually, always amplifying their amity and affection. As the annual masquerades became a cherished tradition, Molly, Frankie, Freddy, Delilah, and the rest of their whimsical woodland crew continued to cultivate curious capers and fantastic festivities, each year adding a new twist to their tales. One peculiar peachy pink sunrise, Penelope the persnickety pig, known for her penchant for pristine, perfect parties, proposed a peculiar yet promising plan. "Perchance, let's prepare a picturesque picnic under the plump peachy pink moon, a party so precise and perfect, even I shall not pick a point to pester." Piqued by Penelope's proposal, the party promptly planned a picnic under the plump peachy pink moon, preparing platters of plump peaches, piquant peppers, and plentiful pastries, paired with pitchers of pungent peppermint punch. As the plump peachy pink moon peered above, the party's preparations proved practically perfect. Penelope, pleasantly surprised, pranced and pirouetted with pure joy. "Precisely perfect. This surpasses even my persnickety standards." However, as with all tales of mirth and magic, a moment of mayhem made its mark. Marvin, the mischievous monkey, missing the memo on manners, mustered a massive mound of mashed marshmallows, aiming amusingly at the assembly. The marshmallow missile meandered magnificently mid-air, making a mushy, messy mark mainly on Molly. Mirthful mayhem materialized as marshmallows, merriment, and mild mischief melded into memorable moments. Molly, muddled but merry, managed a marshmallow mask, mimicking Marvin's mischievousness. Mischief met, Marvin. Let's make more merry, not mess. Marvin, moved by Molly's mirth, made amends, marshalling more music, magic, and moonlight merriment. The picnic under the plump, peachy pink moon morphed into a memorable, magical, and slightly messy marvel, marking another milestone in their montage of merriment. Thus, through peculiar proposals, perfect picnics, and playful pranks, Molly, Frankie, Freddy, Delilah, Penelope, and their multitude of mates made their mark, melding merriment with a message. That magic, mayhem, and mirth, mixed with a modicum of mischief, make for the most memorable moments. As seasons shifted and the sun shared its shimmering, shy smile a bit more shyly, the Woodland crew found themselves facing the freshest, most fanciful challenge yet. The Great Glittering Gala, a gathering so grand and glittering, it was guaranteed to garnish the grove with glamour and glee. Gwendolyn, the graceful giraffe, gifted in the graceful art of gala gatherings, galloped gaily into the grove, gesticulating grandly. Gather, good friends, for a gala so glittering, it shall gleam across the groves and glades. Let's garb in our grandest, gather gleeful gifts, and groove to the glamorous gleam of the golden moon. Grasping Gwendolyn's grand idea, the group got to work with gusto. Molly mulled over magnificent masks, Frankie found fabulous fabrics for flamboyant frocks, Freddy fussed over fetching flowers and foliage to festoon the forest, while Delilah devised delightful dances to dazzle the denizens. The gala grew grander as the golden moon glided gracefully above. Glittering gowns glimmered in the gloaming, graceful dances dazzled the delighted attendees, and the grove glowed with a glorious gleam. Gwendolyn, gratified by the grandeur, galloped gleefully, her graceful neck garlanded with gladioli. Just as the gala reached its gleaming, glorious peak, a sudden soft sound sifted through the shimmering shadows. A group of gregarious glowworms, guided by Gordon the generous glowworm, glided into the glade, gifting a gentle, glowing glamour to the gala. Greetings, grand guests, Gordon glimmered grandly. We've gleaned glints of your gala and gathered to grant you a glimmering gift. Gleefully, the glowworms gathered, generating a gentle, glowing galaxy above the gala. The grove glowed with a gentle glamour, granting the gala an ethereal, enchanting elegance. Grateful for the glowworm's generous gift, the group gathered around Gordon, giving gratitude and gladness. The great glittering gala, now graced with the gentle glow of Gordon and his gregarious glowworms, had grown into a gathering of grandeur and grace, garnishing the grove with a glow that glimmered long into the gentle night. Thus, through the grandeur of gowns, the grace of dances, and the gentle glow of generous glowworms, the great glittering gala galvanized the grove, gifting a gleeful, glowing memory that glimmered in the hearts of Molly, Frankie, Freddy, Delilah, and all their gleeful guests, reminding all that generosity, grace, and a bit of glitter can galvanize the gloomiest grove into a gleaming glen of glee. As the memories of the great glittering gala gently glided into the grove's grand lore, the whimsical Woodland crew couldn't help but crave another caper, one that could carry the camaraderie and charm into the crisp canvas of the coming seasons. Thus came the conception of the Crisp Cornucopia Carnival, a celebration to captivate the core of camaraderie with a cornucopia of contests, crafts, and crisp culinary creations, conceived to coincide with the cool, colorful autumn. Cedric the Cunning Crow, crowned as the carnival's crafty coordinator, called upon the crew with a charismatic caw. Come, crafty comrades, conceive captivating crafts and cunning contests to charm our carnival's crowd. Molly, mindful of magnificent mazes, mulled over a maze made mostly of marvelous, multicolored maize. Frankie, fascinated by the finesse of flipping, figured a froggy flip fest would fit finely. Freddy, fond of flavorful feasts, foresaw a fabulous feast featuring figs, fennel, and fine fermented fare. Delilah, drawn to dainty dances, designed a dance dubbed the dazzling dance of the drifting leaves. The day dawned, and the crisp cornucopia carnival came to life, capturing the crisp essence of autumn. Cedric's call convened a colorful cavalcade of characters, each contributing to the cornucopia of celebrations. Molly's maze mystified many, a marvelous monument to the maze-making mouse. Frankie's Froggy Flip Fest featured fantastically frisky frogs, flipping and flopping, fueling festive fervor. Freddy's feast found favor among the famished, a fusion of flavors fit for forest-dwelling folk. Delilah's dazzling dance of the drifting leaves delighted. Dancers donned in dresses dyed in the dazzling hues of autumn danced delicately, their movements mirroring the mesmerizing motion of falling leaves. As the carnival concluded, with the crimson and copper canopy casting a cozy, comforting cloak over the contented crowd, Cedric conveyed his contentment. Comrades, our crisp cornucopia carnival has captured the core of our community's camaraderie, crafting cherished memories in this colorful, crisp season. Thus, through mazes, meals, music, and merriment, the crisp cornucopia carnival carved its place in the chronicles of the whimsical woodland crew, a celebration of creativity, community, and the crisp, captivating charm of autumn, continuing the cycle of camaraderie that cements the close-knit community of Molly, Frankie, Freddy, Delilah, and their captivating collection of friends. As the leaves lent their last hues to the horizon, heralding the hush of winter, the whimsical woodland crew gathered, gazing at the galaxy of memories they had garnished the grove with. Each caper, carnival, and celebration had carved crevices of camaraderie and joy into their hearts, creating a canvas of communal creativity and affection that covered the corners of their world. Molly, with a mindful mien, mused, "May these memories meld into the marrow of our meadow, a monument to our mirth and mutual respect." Frankie, his eyes reflecting the frolicsome flips of yesteryears, affirmed, "Indeed, our friendship, like the forest, flourishes, fed by fun and festivity." Freddy, fluffing his fur for the forthcoming frost, found solace in the solidarity. In the chill that chases, our warmth weaves a web of well-being. Delilah, dancing a delicate dip in the dimming dusk, declared, "Our dance, though diverse, draws us deeper into the dream of our shared domain." And Cedric, from his crow's nest, called out, capturing the collective sentiment, "Conceived in cheer, our community's chronicle continues, a constant cycle of creation and celebration." As the first flake of winter whispered its way to the woodland floor, the whimsical woodland crew clasped claws, paws, and hands, a circle of creatures as varied as the very veils they vivified. They stood in silence, a solemn, serene salute to the seasons they had seen and the sagas yet to unfold. The snow, now a silent shroud, seemed to sanctify their solidarity, each flake a footnote in the fable of friendship they had forged. And as the night nestled them in its nacreous nuance, they knew that no nippy night nor the nascence of new normals could negate the nexus of their union. Thus, the story of Molly, Frankie, Freddy, Delilah, Cedric, and the countless characters that colored their capers concludes not with a closure, but with the continuity of community, the perpetuation of joy, and the promise of tomorrow's tales. For in the heart of the grove, guarded by the gallantry of its guardians, the spirit of stories stirs, awaiting the advent of another dawn to dance to the drumbeat of delight and discovery. And so, under the watchful gaze of the whispering woods, their tales twirl into the tapestry of time, a testament to the tenacity of togetherness. The end, therefore, is but a threshold to new beginnings, where every ending is ensconced in the embrace of eternal friendship. The end.